Hey, Val.
Hey,
Hi,
you Lilybug?
Daddy. I'm gonna do my yoga. Yeah, me too. On the TV. Yeah.
And do
So
their
awesome.
yoga while we do our big girl yoga.
Yeah.
So cool.
That's
It's very good for you.
right. Valerie's doing hers.
Working
Yeah.
on it, trying to get a few pieces of the puzzle done while I sit here.
There you go. I love that. How many pieces is that?
2,000.
Whoa,
We've been
2,000.
working on it for a while. It's like
Our
a
most
big,
is 300. So
yeah.
that's awesome.
It's more than I would normally do, but since it was Pokemon, I figured I would enjoy it. It could
Yeah.
get recycled to some school or something.
That's
So,
cool.
Kyle hates doing puzzles, so he's super thrilled with the decision to buy a puzzle.
We were talking about it this morning. I'm like, my brain is not a puzzle working brain. And Lily, she's really good at them, aren't you, Sissy? Her brain is like wired that way.
You a puzzle girl?
Mhm. She gets them out by herself and puts them all together. You probably do what, like 50 and 100? Yes, you do pretty good.
I'm working on a big puzzle. Lilybug.
Yeah, she's doing a huge. See all Valerie's pieces? You would be a good helper for her.
Yes. See it, Lily?
Yay! Hello.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, 2,000 piece puzzle.
I want
1,000?
This is what it looks like when it's done.
Look at that.
Well,
Wow.
that is okay. That's cool. But
It's
2,000.
a fun one.
God.
It's like a bunch of mini puzzles inside of it, though, I feel like, because they all have the white edging. So that actually makes it easier.
Oh.
It's a brain break. I need it.
Oh, I get it. I've done like 7 puzzles, I think. 8, 9.
So who is the beautiful puppy that is behind you on the couch? Because dogs are my love language. Also, there's one directly behind you.
There
You
is.
know all the things.
Oliver is on the couch and Thea is on the ground. She likes to take over my yoga mat.
My dogs do that too. There was a wrestling match on my mat while I was working out last night. It was lovely.
Oh, totally.
I did squats with a chihuahua in my hand.
Thea, go to the couch. Go lie down on the couch. Come here.
Hey, Lori, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good. I miss you.
Yeah.
You guys doing okay?
We are.
Good. Hanging in
Anxious to
there.
hear what's going to happen Friday.
I know it.
Marion County got closed down till the 15th by Hogsett.
I was just
Like, I'm not waiting for Holcomb. I'm doing it myself.
I know. So that's what we were talking about. Like, who has more authority? Is it the mayor or the governor?
The governor has more authority, I would believe, but the mayor also has done like control over he controls a small part. So it's
Yeah.
like if I had a teacher assistant in my classroom, like she still has some say,
Right.
but she has to operate within my parameters.
Right.
So he's probably a lot more strict than what the governor is going to be.
I also think it's because Indianapolis just is
Right.
so much.
Hotspot.
Yeah, like we're in a different ball game.
Yeah.
There's a hot spot on the southeast side of Indianapolis that they said this morning. It's a big hot spot. In fact, they're opening up testing, a branch of testing just for that area because it's a hot spot.
Oh,
So I
wow.
have that could be why.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, the malls have already said they're opening Saturday.
They're
And-
gonna,
Depending on what the governor says, I
Is
think.
that what did they add that
Yeah.
after? Because I
Yeah,
just,
that's what Simon was saying.
like,
but I
Yeah.
think Simon can probably open all of them except for Circle Center because Circle Center is technically in Marion County.
good
And I
point. Because Greenwood is.
the fireman. The fireman.
Is your frozen one?
There's the fireman.
Hey, Liz.
There's the fireman.
Hey, girls.
Right now.
Mommy.
All right.
I'll pick it.
Do this.
Hi, Charlie.
Charlie.
I hear you. Where are you at? Good morning.
There's our baby.
Is
Old
he
man.
loving having everybody at home?
He's
guess
exhausted because he can't take a nap.
like the kids are always
It's
around.
like they're always here. Why are you guys here? This is my nap time. Go somewhere. Get out of the house.
My dogs are extra clingy now. Like if I go somewhere to pick up groceries, when I come back, it's like,
Where'd you go?
Mine just to go with me.
Mm. I get now why they like are so excited when we get home because I feel the same way when I see somebody. I'm like, hi.
Ours are just so tired from us being home during the day that they've been sleeping in. So on a normal day, they would wake up at like 6 a.m. So it's 9:30 and I am dragging them to go to the bathroom. Like, they are like done.
That's funny.
So.
That is funny. All right. I don't know who all is coming live, Stacy. So whenever you're ready, you can start us up.
I am ready for some yoga today. I'm so excited. This is definitely the highlight of my week. So thank you for coming today. All right, Thea, up on the couch. Come on, go. Come on. Thank you. All right, so we are going to get started laying down flat on our mat today. Maybe moving the shoulders around to get a nice comfortable position with the shoulder blades on the ground. I'm going to have my hands up so the backs of my hands are on the ground, just connecting to the ground today. Close your eyes. Focus on your breath. Maybe take some big sighs if that feels good. Really focusing on filling up all of our lung space. So filling up our bottom lungs and the diaphragm expands, and then the top lungs, and then emptying all the air out. Maybe give the stomach a little squeeze at the end to make sure we empty out every last bit. Just really bringing the focus into our breath. Allowing our mind to forget about everything else right now. Seeing if you can make your exhales longer than your inhales. We can inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue that pace of your inhales, filling up all of the lungs. And your exhales, emptying all the way out. I'd like to invite you to think about an intention or a dedication or a prayer you'd like to set for this practice. Maybe you're here to do yoga. Maybe you've had an intention or dedication laid on your heart today. Or I invite you to set the dedication of connecting. We'll work on connecting to the ground today. Also dedicating to connecting to other people when we definitely need it most. As we're connected to the ground, we're going to bounce a little bit, kind of like you bounce a baby when you comfort them. So the heels will stay on the ground and we'll like flap our toes a little bit. So the body moves, everything stays connected to the ground, but we're just bouncing a little bit. Even though our whole body is moving, we're so connected to the ground. Our heels are digging into the ground a little bit. We can feel the ground below us. Even though things may seem crazy, we can always connect back to the ground, back to other people. And then pausing, noticing how the body feels on the ground. Notice what parts of the body connect to the ground. Notice how you feel. We'll bring the right knee into our chest and squeeze it a little bit. Get a little bit of stretch in the hips, maybe the hamstring. Then we'll move the knee around in circles one way, working on loosening up those hips today. And we'll go in the opposite direction with the knee. Pausing, squeezing it in a little bit more with the hands. Maybe wiggling our toes, rolling the ankle. Flexing and pointing the foot. Then the hands clasp together behind the hamstring, behind the leg. We'll straighten our leg all the way up. This always gives me a stretch and like everything on the back of my leg. Flexing the foot, bringing the toes towards your head. Mine always shakes in this. Pointing the foot. Maybe you can just stretch on your lower shin a little bit. Flexing the foot. Pointing the foot. Flexing one more time. Pointing the foot. Bringing the knee into the chest for one more little squeeze. And sending that leg nice and long. Noticing how each leg feels. We'll bring the left knee up into our chest, squeeze it a little bit. Slightly releasing, we'll bring the knee in circles. And then go in the opposite direction. And pausing in the center, wiggling the toes, rolling the ankle. Flexing and pointing the foot. Pausing and squeezing in once again. Releasing and hands clasp the back of the leg. We'll stretch it up nice and tall. We'll flex and point the toe. Maybe noticing a difference between your 2 feet. Drawing the knee into the chest once again for one final squeeze. Sending the leg nice and long, pausing to notice how the legs feel. Mine feel more even now. We'll send the arms overhead for a big good morning stretch. We'll bring both knees into the chest, squeeze them a little bit. Then both knees will go in a circle. So this is like a mini lower back massage when we do this. And reverse the circle. And then our knees can go in opposite direction circles, have a little bit of crazy legs this morning. Reverse whatever circle you did. If you can figure it out. I have no idea what I did. Just whatever feels good. Getting into those hips, waking the body up. We'll bring the soles of the feet to the ground and windshield wiper our legs to the left and all the way to the right. Center, left, center, right, center, left, center, right, center, left, center, right, back to the center. Bring the knees into the chest for another hug. We're all about the hugs today, spreading love to each and every one of you. Then our elbows come to the insides of our knees and our hands clasp the outsides of our feet, trying to get the soles of the feet towards the sky for our happy baby. Sending the tailbone into the mat. And you can rock from side to side if you'd like. Careful, there's a tipping point where you go all the way over. It's like another little back massage as we loosen up our hips as well. Meeting back in center if you rocked from side to side in Happy Baby. Then bringing our knees into center for another big hug. And then we'll rock back and forth on our back. Eventually coming up to a seated position. Coming into a comfortable seated position. I like to be cross-legged. If it's more comfortable to sit on your heels, feel free to do that as well. Let's sit up nice and tall. Take a big breath in together. And let it all out. A big breath in. And let it all out. One more big breath in. And let it all out. We'll inhale, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, right hand by the right hip. Left arm comes over, rolling the left shoulder backwards, stretching nice and long. Keeping that left seat bone firmly planted on the ground. Maybe gazing up at the bicep if the neck allows it. Still focusing on your breath. Engaging the core, so squeezing the stomach, coming up onto our right fingertips, walking those out. Let's grab a giant beach ball so we can't let it go. We're really engaged. Inhale up to center, holding the beach ball. Exhale to our left side, rolling the right shoulder backwards, right seat bone down. Coming up onto our left fingertips, engaging the core, walking out, grabbing our beach ball, inhale, rise up, exhale, fold forward. Allowing the head and neck to relax, relaxing the fingers and the elbows. Coming up onto our fingertips, slowly walking back up to a seated position. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, twist to the right side. Left hand comes to the right knee. Right hand comes directly behind our spine for a spinal support. Gazing over the right shoulder. You can always walk your hand out a little bit if it's comfortable. We just want to make sure the spine is straight up and down. With every inhale, we want to raise up through the crown of our head, and every exhale, maybe twist a little bit deeper. And in my mind, I always twist deeper, whether I actually do or not. So good job on everybody twisting a little bit deeper. Focusing on your breath in this. Slowly untwisting back to center. Pausing a moment. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, twist to the left side. Slowly untwisting back to center. Taking a big breath in together. Exhaling it out. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Slowly walking the hands back up. We'll come over to tabletop neutral position. Our wrist creases are shoulder width apart, directly beneath our shoulders. Our knees are hips width apart, directly beneath our hips. Take a look between your knees. If you see your feet, move them so they disappear. That puts us in an excellent alignment for our cat-cow. We'll inhale, send the tailbone to the sky, opening the chest up, which brings my gaze up just a little bit. Exhale, tucking the tailbone under, letting the head and neck relax for cat. Inhale, tailbone to the sky, opening the chest. Exhale, tucking the tailbone under, letting head and neck relax for cat. And follow your own inhales and exhales at your own pace. Of course, my cat joins during cat-cow. Good thing I don't have a cow. Notice how each cat-cow feels. Maybe it feels better than the first one we did today. Maybe your spine feels just a little looser. Maybe you get a little deeper. After your next cat, we'll meet in tabletop neutral position. We'll fire up our core a little bit here. So we'll bring our left arm nice and long in front of us. The right fingertips are gripping the mat, slightly bending the right elbow. The right leg goes nice and long behind us. Left toes go into the mat, sending the calf in through the mat, all the way through the shin. Inhale, nice and long. Exhale, bring elbow to knee. Inhale, nice and long. Exhale, bring elbow to knee. Inhale, nice and long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, nice and long. Exhale, bring elbow to knee and hold. Inhale, nice and long, stretch, stretch, stretch. And exhale, bringing the hands down, the knees down, tucking the toes under and sitting back onto our heels. This allows for a little foot stretch here. The feet are often neglected from our daily life. I do it all the time. And then when I do a foot stretch, I'm like, oh, wow, I need to do this more. I like to rock on them a little bit. Shaking the wrists out some. They did an awesome job supporting us. And then back into our tabletop neutral position. The right arm goes nice and long. The left fingers are gripping the mat with the fingertips. Left elbow is slightly bent. Right toes into the mat. Left leg nice and long. Send the shin into the mat and the calf all the way through the shin. That helps engage our legs, which helps to engage our core and helps with our balance. We'll inhale nice and long. Exhale, bring elbow to knee. Inhale nice and long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, nice and long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, nice and long. Exhale, elbow to knee and hold. Inhale, stretch it out as far as you can. And exhale, bring the hand down, the knee down, tucking our toes, sitting back again, stretching our feet out, rolling our wrists out, shaking the arms, whatever feels good. Maybe rocking on our feet a little bit. And when you're ready, we'll meet back in tabletop neutral position. Tucking the toes under to push up into our first down dog of the day. Maybe readjusting our hands. The feet should still be hips width apart. Taking the dog for a walk today, but really focusing on one side, staying there for a while, connecting to the ground. So sending one heel all the way down and bringing the other heel and knee up. A wonderful calf stretch. And the other one, if you're ready to switch, go at your own pace at this, whatever feels good. Maybe one side needs a little longer than the other. And I'm switching back to my left to get that one again. And make sure you get both just a couple of times. It's a shoulder and arm workout too. Then we'll all meet in downward facing dog together. Coming up onto our tippy toes, really stretching our feet, bringing our heels up and then heels down to the ground. Coming up onto our tippy toes again and letting the heels drop once again, nice and slow. Up onto the tippy toes and all the way back down. One more time, all the way up to our tippy toes, taking little tiny steps, putting the body into a V. And then walking to meet our hands in a forward fold. Grab opposite elbow, so my right hand grabs my left elbow, left hand grabs my right. The head and the neck relax. My knees are slightly bent for ragdoll pose. Maybe sway a little bit from side to side. Slowly dropping the hands back down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweeping the hands all the way to the top, bringing palms together above us. Exhale, hands to heart center and down to Tadasana. Inhale, palms together at the top. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweeping hands all the way up to the top, bringing palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center and down to Tadasana. Inhale, palms together at the top. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweeping the hands all the way up. Once again, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Come down to Tadasana. Take a big inhale in through your nose and let it all out. A big inhale in and let it all out. One more big inhale in. Let it all out. Inhale, bring palms together at the top. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands firmly on the mat and send the right foot to the back of the mat. Slowly lowering the right knee down. Rise up, sinking into our hips. Fingertips are nice and strong. We're just going to pulse a little bit here. And then pausing and sinking in. Maybe gazing up at the fingertips. Inhale up, stretch up nice and tall. Exhale, hands frame our foot up front. Tucking the right toes under. Left foot goes back to meet right in a plank position. Keeping the body nice, straight and strong. Elbows stay at your sides. We'll lower down knees, belly, chest. Inhaling up to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, send the left foot to the sky. Exhale, left foot comes forward between the hands so we can bring it up in one whole motion, or that left hand is really helpful to get it up between our hands. We can lower our knee down once again. If you prefer to keep it up, that's fine too. And we'll inhale, rise up once again, sinking into the stretch, knee down or knee up. Pulsing a little bit. And then sinking in once again, maybe gazing up at our fingertips. Inhale up nice and tall. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Our right foot and our right hand and our left foot are taking most of our weight here. That frees up our left fingers so we can inhale some left fingertips to the sky for a wonderful twist. Breathing in your twist. Slowly lowering the left hand down to outside of the left foot. We'll bring right foot up to meet left in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweeping the hands all the way up, bringing palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center and down to Tadasana. Inhale, palms together at the top. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands firmly on the mat and send the left foot to the back of the mat, slowly lowering the left knee down. Inhale, rise up, sinking into the stretch, gazing up at the fingertips. And pulsing just a little bit. And pausing and sinking in. Inhale up nice and tall. Exhale, hands frame the right foot. Right foot goes back to meet left in a plank position. Keeping the body nice and strong, lower down knees, belly, chest. Inhaling up to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, send right foot to the sky. Exhale, right foot comes forward between the hands. Slowly lowering the left knee down. If you prefer to keep it up, you can do that as well. Inhale, rise up, sinking in. Pulsing a little bit. And pausing and sinking in. Inhale up nice and tall. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Our left hand and right foot take all the weight, freeing up our right fingertips to inhale, send right hand to the sky. And slowly bring the right hand back to the mat. We'll bring left foot up to meet right in a forward fold. Just dangling here for a moment. If you'd like to sway a little bit, feel free to do that. Pausing in the center. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweeping the hands all the way up, bringing palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center, down to Tadasana. We'll bring the feet a little wider than hips width apart. Go down into our yogi squat. Remember, listen to those hips. When they tell you to stop, that's where you are, and that's perfect for you. We could have our hands at our hips or hands at heart center, and we'll start sinking down. If you get down to the bottom, we can put our elbows on the insides, making sure we stay straight up. I like to do this, but I always have to remind myself, back straight, back straight. Maybe go back and forth on your feet a little bit. And pausing in the center, bringing our hands down so we can come down to our backs. Do a few bridge poses here. So bringing the heels in close to the tush, elbows right at the sides, sending the fingers up to the sky so we have robot arms. And we'll inhale, send the tailbone up. Really digging into our heels. The heels dig into the mat. Elbows go into the mat. And we'll slowly lower down, one vertebrae at a time, from the top all the way to the bottom. Pausing to let the spine settle. Prepping for bridge pose number 2, elbows into the ground at our sides. If you need to bring your feet in a little bit, you can. Fingertips to the sky. Inhale, send the tailbone up. And if it's comfortable for you, you can roll your shoulders underneath you. The hands can stay up or we can put them on the ground. We could clasp our fingers underneath us as well. Now unclasp the hands, unroll the shoulders, slowly lower down, one vertebrae at a time. And pausing when we're all the way down to let the spine settle. Prepping for our last bridge pose of the day, bringing the heels in if we need to, elbows at the sides. We'll inhale, send the tailbone up, rolling the shoulders, maybe clasping the hands. And for our last bridge pose today, we're going to bring our heels up if that's comfortable. And we can do that a few times, up and down. And then pausing with heels down, really sending that tailbone to the sky, the chest comes up, and then unrolling the shoulders, unclasping the hands and lowering down, nice and slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And pausing. We'll bring the knees into the chest, giving them a nice squeeze. And we can move them around in circles or rock a little bit for a little back massage after our bridge poses. Pausing in the middle, give yourself a hug. You are loved, you are awesome. And stretch the right leg nice and long to the corner of the mat. Left leg nice and long to the corner of the mat. Arms down by our sides for our final resting pose of Shavasana. Closing your eyes. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyes. Relax your mouth. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms all the way down to your fingertips. Relax your core. Relax the back. Relax your hips. Relax your thighs, your quads, your hamstrings. Relax your calves. And send relaxation all the way to the tips of your toes. I need you to come back to this time. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, roll your wrists, roll your ankles. Send your arms overhead for a big good morning stretch. And then roll onto the side of your choosing for feet. Keeping the eyes closed, push back up to a comfortable seated position on your mat. I invite you to bring your hands to heart center to revisit the dedication, the intention, or the prayer that you set for this practice. Maybe it was to do yoga. Maybe you had an intention laid on your heart today. Or maybe you set the intention of connecting, whether it's connecting to the ground with other people, making sure we develop those connections, we deepen our connections. Thank you for practicing with me today. The light in me acknowledges and honors the light in each of you. Namaste.
Thank you, Stacy.
You're welcome.
Lily said, Namaste is like the secret yoga code.
It totally is.
It is.
Thank you.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
How was your yoga?
You see her doing yoga in the back? They do that Cosmic Kids yoga, weren't you, sis?
No.
All right, you guys, have an awesome day. Wine night tonight.
School time.
Bye, Maddie girl. Bye, Maddie girl.